So I got something a little bit different, a little bit fun for you guys. So Hanning sent me a bunch of rods for me to test out and incorporate into my arsenal. So they sent me 2 different series, but today I'm going to be going over the M1 series. And to make things a little bit better, I've tied on things that I know are going to get caught here or get bit here in very early spring, late fall, mostly red. So I have a 6.6 medium heavy. This is going to be like, right now it's going to be a lipless. I have this paired up to 10-pound fluorocarbon. I also have a 7-foot medium fast spinning rod paired up to 10-pound braid with a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. I also have this is a 7-foot medium heavy fast. This is gonna be like a jig rod for me. Ooh, just something popping up over there. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Had to try. And then lastly, I have a 7.3 heavy, fast, and right now I'm going to be throwing a chatterbait on this one. I could be throwing like a frog or a jig, but it's going to be my chatterbait rod for right now. So I have a feeling that those are all going to get bit, especially here in spring. You know, they're going to be keying on red, so red lipless, red chatterbait, kind of a red swim bait, kind of a rust color. Yeah, and then a Nokia rig, I know that's going to get bit. So I'm gonna try those out, see what they're like. But yeah, I just kind of want to get some fishing today. I'm gonna be fishing with my buddy Matt when he gets here in a little bit. Should be here. But we're gonna throw around swim bait today. Just ooh, what happened here? There we go. Just a paddle tail. Something a little finessey. Something a little finessey. See where they're keying on something moving. It is going to be kind of warm today. It's going to warm up to hopefully the low 70s. Before it drops back, and it's supposed to get snow on Monday. But the reason I tied on baits that I know it's going to get bit is because I want to feel this rod. I want to get used to, you know, how's it load up, how sensitive it is, what it feels like casting. Because I plan on using these in the upcoming tournament that I have next week, and I want to use M1s and the other series, incorporate them into my lineup. I really like these rods. I like the way they feel, especially these M1s. The way that the foam's kind of molded to your hand. It's a little bit of a different feel, but like I say, for right now, for the spinning, it feels great. The balance is fantastic. Well, let's just see where they're at, though. Like I said, we'll do... Oop, that was a terrible cast. But we'll do... right now, we'll do a little bit of a moving bait, paddle bait. Paddle tail. Cast really nice, though. The last time I came out to this side, they weren't here yet. It was still kind of early. Still is very early in the season. So, we will see. So with the warmer weather that we've been getting and the front that's coming through, I'm hoping they're in a little bit of a moving pattern, looking to munch. Put on some fat stores for spawn. Because females don't eat during it, really. They eat out of aggression, really, and protection of their eggs. Males don't really eat either until way after the spawn, because they'll guard the beds. And then after the eggs hatch, will then guard the fry. And so usually in that beginning of the summer, like right after the spawn and post spawn, it's a great time because every bass is going to be eaten. But yeah, it's usually a great time right after a spawn too. Let's try a chatterbait. Still love a chatterbait. I love a chatterbait, man. And it's red. It's got enough thump. Well, so far, this heavy does not feel like a heavy, and the weight. It's definitely got the backbone. I can feel it. But man, it's like I want something kind of loud, obnoxious too, because we're in a little bit of a dirty water situation. Rained all night, so water is definitely chalked up. So I want them to be able to find my bait. There we go. All right. A little tiny guy on a wacky on my M1. Nice. Thanks, bud. I caught one on the M1. I'm loving the way this kind of sits in my hand. The EVA foam is, it's not just a cylinder. It's not just cylindrical like most. This has got a, kind of fits your hand a little bit more. Makes for a really nice feel when you're when you're fishing with it. All right, see what I can catch on the Fritz side down by this bank. I think it should be pretty good. The bank here is pretty steep. There's a lot of rock down here, so we'll see. Maybe I can pull one off of this log here. There's one. Nice. On the Fritz side. Yeah. These rods really load up, which are nice. Ooh, it's fat. She's a fatty. She's a fatty. Thanks, bud. Oh, girl, I guess. Let's try Nokia, I suppose. Let's see how that feels. So I should be able to feel all that stuff down there. Oh, yeah. It's pretty sensitive. Sensitivity's right there. There's a lot of crap down there. So far, I love the sensitivity I'm getting. I can feel everything down there. And I think that's the key when fishing bottom baits, right? Is being able to jigs, Texas rigs, jigs specifically, you want to be able to feel if you're popping over a rock or coming through a laydown. Kind of want to feel the bottom. You know, what composition are you going over? Is it hard, sand? Is it muddy? Having a sensitive rod is going to be able to tell you all that. And I can feel myself going over the rocks. There's a little bit of vegetation down there, not a whole lot, but there's definitely rocks down there. All right, well, not quite the day that I wanted, not the fish catches that I was hoping for, but definitely got to, you know, put a full day's worth in with the new M1 rods that I was given by Handing. I'm honestly super impressed with them. You know, they gave them to me and said, you know, do a review, have your own thoughts. I got to say that, you know, they are a little bit heavier than my Shimano. They are lighter than like your St. Croix, your like Mojo Bass, for an example. Lighter than your Lose. And more sensitive too. So I feel like with a lot of like the lower ends, you know, once you get around the $100, $150 rods, sometimes you can get almost a spongy feel when you set the hook or when you have a fish on. And there was no sponginess in any of these rods. You know, I could feel everything. You know, the rods I think are fantastic, and I can't wait to include them into my normal everyday lineup. They will definitely be with me for, you know, future fishing adventures, and especially in the tournaments that are coming up in the summer. I'll leave the link in the description below to get your own. They're doing a humongous sale right now, so you get 10% off, and then if you sign up for the newsletter, you get an additional 10% off. Or you can use my code and get 10% off as well, and stack a lot of those discounts. So if you're in the market right now for some new rods, you know, we're coming into spring. If you want a jig rod, or, you know, in the summer you want a frog rod or a swim bait rod, these are fantastic rods to pick up. So yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. As always, get out there and fish. Tight lines, y'all.